Oh, happy. Hi, 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 oh. Hello, Astra. What will I be drawing today? Well, a little while ago, I was drawing a whole bunch of different, little, critters that I made up using a special little, pen and paper sort of RPG tool system called Exquisite Biome. When I was first trying it out, I was having a fucking blast. I felt kind of a surge of inspiration that I hadn't felt in a long, long time. I made 6 distinct creatures in a unique little environment, and so far I have only depicted 4 of them out of 6. So now I'm on to number 5. And it's arguably the most important one. Because it's gonna be the cutest! The most precious. I actually technically already drew them, but, you know, like, the rest of the creatures had whole fucking, like, pieces dedicated to them, right? It wasn't just the animals, it was like a location with backgrounds and shading and a bit of filtering and some, like, brush creativity. Frogwitch Friday! Hello, RNG! Okay. J, I'll put you on my head. RNG? You can... With your multi-chromatic presence, you can help direct attention towards towards the note. And cookware! You can help the director. Let's go. You can have the bubble seat. Bubble seat right here. And I don't know if Stellar is here at the moment, but I imagine she'll be along pretty soon. But yeah, that is today's itinerary, is just to get fucking started on this 5th piece. Yep. I'm not too sure where to start first. She has a work meeting? Aww. Okay. I forgive her. If I could redeem her Froggy for her, I would. I see. And Astra! You're a frog. You will have to keep the table warm for Stellar if she comes up later on. Okay. I promise she would rather be watching stream. Yeah. That's perfectly sensible. Or like pretty much anything else. Uh-huh. I don't have much going for me, beverage-wise. I'm once again resorting to the big glass of watery fruit water. Except now we are out of strawberry. We ran out of strawberry mango juice, so now it's just mixed berry. We should firebomb the work infrastructure! Arson! 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 Okay. I have no arguments there. Okay. Like I said, I'm not really sure where I want to start first, because the specific prompt I'm having to work with, because each time I generated one of these creatures, it would also give me a prompt for like a unique little piece for the particular scenario. And in this case, it's just a hearty meal. So they're gonna be super hungry. They're gonna be feasting. And I'm not sure if I want to draw the food first, or if I want to start with the creature first. I'm leaning towards the creature because it's probably going to be the more complicated. I'm also planning to, like, draw at least 2 of them. So maybe, like, I could swap duties for them. For them. Them. Okay. But before we can get to business, I need some better tunes. I have actually created a proper playlist dedicated for my art streams. It's going to be a lot of what we have heard already on here, but I've actually added a healthy dose of some new songs too. In all likelihood, they should be safe. They should be royalty-free. Considering the bulk of the new songs are literally public domain, but you know, I've gotten flagged for one of the songs, at least. Or like, there's a particular song I've been consistently flagged for in my VODs. Because YouTube's fucking system is so stupid! Anyway. Was it at least a pride flag? I don't know how to answer that. It's a song. It's not a pride song. But it is very public domain. In spite of everything. Okay. Now, one advantage I have for this critter is that I've technically drawn them before, so I actually have a reference. I think I'll pull up a reference. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. Ta-da! Here's the fuzzies. I'm gonna be drawing these things. I don't know about the baby, but definitely the adult. I love it. This. Hi, Annie. You said you got flagged. Was it pride flagged? Ah. I think it was a case of, like, it got more pridey over exposure. Exposure to my proximity. Furball! Yeah. Okay, I said I was gonna draw 2 of them, probably swapping between the critter or the food for each one. But now I'm starting to have second thoughts. Ah! I think it might be better to start with the food first. In which case... Hope you're well. I am pretty swell. I'm gonna make it a bit bigger, a bit rounder on this end. Bigger! I will confess that I'm not terribly familiar with the concept of speculative evolution, namely how it works with the way that creatures on Earth change over time. They do make such fascinating drawings. Thank you! I love Spec Evo. One of my favorite sci-fi subgenres. Well, actually, I don't know if it quite counts as a sci-fi genre. It might just be, like, a world-building subgenre. In which case, yes, I actually do consider world-building its own genre. Its own flavor of speculative fiction. It could be more fantastical or more sci-fi, depending on what the author has in mind, but, you know, it's like, it's very distinct. It's a very distinct type of writing as opposed to writing a narrative, you know? It's like they sometimes go hand in hand, but usually one is, like, prioritized over the other, you know? World building as a genre checks out, honestly. Fantastical Four? Mayhaps. What's like an example of a story that's mostly world building? That's a good question. Oh, Tolkien, I think that's more narrative than world building, but, I'm pretty sure, like, there are... It's like, was it maybe, like, the Silmarillion that would have fallen more under world building? Is it just Elder Scrolls? Dark Souls? Maybe? I don't know much about Dark Souls. Oh, I think my example would be All Tomorrows. You know, that's... the entire idea behind that one is, like, you know, speculative, like, evolution of humankind over the span of 1 billion years, although most of the evolution in question is actually genetic engineering, at least at first. It's like it doesn't have any characters, but it does have a loose... it does have kind of a theme to it, kind of going on. Like my All Tomorrows OCs? You mean all one of them? But it's true, I love my snack lady. My thick snack lady. Well, on this topic, my friend has resumed much of her world-building work, which she had placed on hiatus as a result of a protracted depressive episode. I'm excited to see what she comes up with. Me too! I'm always interested to hear little tidbits of lore from my creative friends. Official Annie lore dropping in 2036. So, their favorite food, these creatures, are these big wild pumpkins that grow in their forested island, kind of closer to the water's edge. They also tend to, like, chew on driftwood sometimes, but pumpkins is where it's at, baby. What constitutes official lore? I suppose like any piece of world building information that an author deems as canon. Ooh, Dwarf Tune. Let me turn it up a bit. Okay, that's one pumpkin. I think I need, like, another one. Gonna have another one, like, right... This one is gonna be kind of broken apart. I guess D&D has a ton of lore that's usually not important to the narrative. Yeah! Yeah, it all depends on the campaign. Whoa. Where are you going, mister? Okay. Probably... kind of at an odd angle. I like those songs by Simon Sfera. Oh, this is a new one. Oh, this is perfect for the vibe. There'll be more details I put in once I get further along into the process. I don't anticipate I'm gonna finish this entire piece all tonight. There's the line art, and then there's the coloring, and whatever bits of shading I gotta add, the whole background. Okay, well that song was really short. Oh, I like this one though. Yeah, pumpkins. The bestest food for these little fur babies. Speaking of pumpkins, reminded me, have you ever heard the rhyme? Which one? Cheater, cheater, pumpkin eater? Beans, beans, the magical fruit. The more you eat, the more... Yeah! Yeah, I'm familiar. Why do you ask? So why so confused by my grooting? I reacted the way I did because, you know, we know where toots come out. Now, if it was a Groot instead, Okay. I think... Well, here. I'm gonna... Because pumpkins grow on vines. Give them somewhat distinct looking leaves. Roots come out of the heart. Vines, did someone say TikTok? Oh. Still hurts what the amount of disrespect given to Vine. Both back then and now. In any case, I have to keep a promise to someone, so I'll have to leave the chat for the time being. Hope you enjoy your art, Mrs. C. Okay, Astra! You have a fantabulous night. Grooves at the base. Rar. Yeah.
Thanks to the people at CPSC.
Okay.
Burning up like diamonds in the sky. You and I are sending off some sparks tonight. I know I shouldn't play with fire, that flaming light and cook it while your rocket burning on glow. Can't help
I anticipate if I get flagged for any songs in this playlist, this is gonna be one of them. Even if, by all rights, I'm allowed to use it. Okay.
Fun, fun. Yeah, this temperature is so hot, I should run, run, run. Ooh, we need to douse these flames in water, water.
Let's see.
I can take this any hotter and hotter. No, I'm messing with the fatal heat, and I should walk away and let it be. We lighting sparks with our energy, going off like fireworks.
That was a little slurpier of a drink. Because I've got ice cubes in it. Turns out there's an Angels reunion. I didn't know Angels had conventions. Is that not just like fucking mass or something? I don't know. I don't know, I'm not Catholic. I was never Catholic. Let's see. Oh, this is another new one. Had to turn it down a little bit because it was distracting me. I think I'm gonna lock in the pumpkins for now. And then I'm gonna start with this one because it's the easiest. Kind of a unique tone shift. I think I'm gonna start with the eyes, actually. Like, I kind of want them facing mostly forward, but also kind of up. Eyes might be a bit too big. Yeah. Yeah, way too big. Yeah, so the entire idea behind these little critters, as adults, they mostly work like otters. You know, they're semi-aquatic, very water adept, very good swimmers. But, one, they're vegetarians, of course. They mainly eat pumpkins. Also, they're rodents instead of mustelids. And they undergo metamorphosis throughout their life. When they're born, they're more like rats, and they're called joeys. And then they grow more lanky and more otter-like as they age. They also have a second set of nostrils. Kind of unique to any type of mammal. Vegetarians are terrifying in a world of sentient flora. It's true, I guess. Let's see. I'm gonna have mouths sort of akin to like a beaver. It's like their incisors are very visible. Maybe just the initial incisor. Yeah. And then they've got, like, on the sides of their faces, they've got almost, like, thick white, things of whiskers. Helps with keeping warm as well as sensing things in the water. Potential predators. I know sentient flora. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Very nice to have mostly pretty chill songs and arrangements playing so far. By saying that, I probably jinxed it, but oh well. Okay, let's see. How am I going to handle the underside? Oh yeah, the top nostrils. These upper nostrils along their brow help them to be able to respirate both in the water and during feeding. But they can't breathe through these nostrils and these nostrils at the same time. And this little set of nostrils here is obviously the best for smelling stuff. Sneefing. Burst into the room! It's a wifey! Hello! I mean, normal person works. Bone saw is ready! Why? Astra was keeping the table warm for you. Okay. I have to try and work out how I'm gonna make this look with the slightly upwards angle. A bit more visibility to the chin. Not that much. They don't really have much in the way of a chin. Honestly, I think that might do it right there. Just these little tufts. This is quite a fitting song, overall. By the way, these little critters are called pumpcoons. Because you see, they eat pumpkins, and it's a bit of wordplay with like raccoon, which is also like a furry creature. You get it. I trust you. Technically, they're called river pumpkins, but in retrospect, that's actually a bit of a misnomer. Because they don't actually live near a river. They don't swim in a river. They swim in a lake. Yeah, they do have like a little bit of a furry ridge along the like the cheek ridge of their back. I didn't know ferrets were egg layers. No! No, these are pumpkins. Hi, Maple. Yeah, these little pumpkins. They love pumpkins. Eat lots of gourd. Hearty meal. Here they are in color. Eggkins! Feeling a bit of the thirst. Bro is getting squashed! Just how they like it.
Echo in the deep, I'm waiting quietly, let my worrying fade. Did you say my name? I'm quickly withering, far too timid to stay. Get yourself away, I won't be going back, goodness rendered me weak. Walling up my heart will keep from breaking its solace for the once meek.
Okay. Just trying to get the size proportions halfway right. I do have itty bitty little diminutive thumbs. Not particularly dexterous. I think this is another dwarf song. Yep. Totally is. It's funny how cats have those little thumb claws that only exist for, like, traction. Yeah! Yeah! Very dwarfy. This one is called Sisters of War, I think. Yeah! So your Dwarf Fortress soundtrack is bleeding in? Yeah! Actually, the thumbs will not be over the pumpkin. They'll be gripping the rims like that. They'll be a bit fuzzy on the overside. Kind of like monkey hands a bit. Okay, I think that's suitable. Yeah, that's fine. For the moment. There's some other details I will add later on. Just trying to get the basics down right now. Let's see. Ooh. Welcome Hell. For this one, I'll probably do a bit more of a side view. Gotta make sure it's about the right size, though. Snout might be a bit too long. Jeez, words. The mustache whiskers are giving Dr. Eggman, but in the best way! I suppose so. Okay. I could probably move it over here. This is gonna be a tricky part. Tricky part, how the hell do I... How the hell do I depict an open mouth? I just remembered the Undertale soundtrack can be aggressively Toho because of the last song. Yep! Yeah, I'm pretty sure Toby, like, one of his greatest, or at least most notable, like, musical influences was Toho. Hence why you got to fucking collab with Zune a couple of times now. It's really fucking sick. That one part in Undyne the Undying was just a Toho song. Yeah, her regular theme too had the Zune bits. Toby Fox is living the fanboy dream of a Starman.net user, clearly. It actually reminds me, I could, in theory, put on some Undertale or Deltarune music in the background, too. Because I'm pretty sure, like, Toby has expressed, like, he's chill with that kind of thing. I'll have to consider that. Not in theory, in fact. With great power comes great responsibility. With great art comes corn. Oh hey, it's the same song, but a different arrange. What do the creatures do on Halloween when their pumpkins get stolen? I mean, I don't know if there is any Halloween sort of equivalent in this world. I didn't think that far ahead. Never thought I would have to. Nostril. Just trying to make it look adequately rodent-like. If coming up with details is world building, having your lack of detail pointed out is world unbuilding. World destruction! Did you know Akira Toriyama forgot about his own character entirely during an interview? Literally while being shown the panel? Wow. Aspirational? Question mark? It's like, oh, that guy's cool. What's he all about? You tell us, Mr. Toriyama. Might have to rotate a bit. That's better. Mind you, it was Mercenary Thou, pretty major villain. That's so funny. Okay. Maybe like a little tuft. Like right there. Don't get too long. Gonna outline general body shape here. One leg right here, another right here. Arm right here. We do the arm first. Okay. Yeah, that's workable. Okay. Might as well do your hand while I'm here. Stand stack. Oh, I fucking love this song. Hairy bits. Oh, hang on. Yeah. There we go. That's better. Okay, yeah, that works. I just want to add a little schnoot lines, schnoot grooves. tail. Big long tail. Oh, I need to add the other... The foot! Defeaty. The footsies! Something new with every passing day.
Now there's nowhere to run to. I feel collide. Leave the bitter second, just leave. Brand new days come and go. So we feel the time. Simply for eternity. Slowly passing over top. It's also too big a given time. What you do with a bestie? Even if you take a foot out of the time for both, I know that I will become. I'll do that to be wise and beautiful. I can be lying while I'll be wrong. So I can be perfect, it will be worth it. I can be trying and trying. Losing my distance, I'll make a difference. Even mistakes will never stop me. All the time, it's like you find a new beginning. It's trying and trying. I should just stay louder, fight to be harder. I'll be the one undefeated. Can't see the hunger. I love the world and I love passing. I feel it, and I'm stronger, going further. No one to defeat the darkness. I can fly beyond the distant horizon forever.
All my life. In the end, I just wanted to face something new with every passing day. One of these days I have to commit some time to memorizing these lyrics a lot better, because I love this song. Oh hey, speaking of Undertale.
Every hero has to make a serious choice. Fight with honor, make your rivals fear your voice. Die in battle to perpetuate your name, or run from danger just to live another day. Real heroes never fear the pain or death. Every soldier fight until their final breath, dedicating all their lives to just one cause of the kingdom and a
Undertale, yuck, 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 yuck.
Every battle will just be another day.
I mean, go figure, it is, you know, one of my favorite tracks from the game. One of the ones that sounds the most like Toho. Drooms. Take your chance. Hi, Frank. Okay, baby. I surrender. I'll do it. Yeah. Yeah, we're good. We're good. I love you. I love you so much. Okay. 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 Drums taken. Ooh, turn this up a little bit. Drum break, yeah. Finagling proportions here. Kind of been a hot minute since I pulled that card out. Okay. That'll do. That'll do well enough, I think. And then just gotta little tufts. Yeah, tufties.
Down a shot, burning brighter than the crowd. Dirty liquor, take a bitter from the night we saw, and I'll fight through the gilded streets. Rendezvous, secret sweet, rolling on until the dawn beneath the lanterns we'll meet.
Love you and your giggle. I love your giggles too.
We count to three, warm up for hide and seek. Close your eyes and empathize and don't sneak a peek. Twilight seems the city shrieks. Come find me in between, smile if only in a never-ending dream. Light, you're the one done up in silver tongue, pounding drums as I cannot afflicted in song. Triple light, the city sighs. Just call for me behind the pebble alleyway from stories locked in time. Straight off from the well-lit path by fireflies and neon lights will dance until we die. Hearts contrite to raise our endless night. So come on, throw down, let it all out. Cause a commotion shake the ground, rebound and make a total sing the darling slow down. Don't be so loud, this feeling cannot save the sky. Now lights, we can see. Is this to the way from that to the sea under your gaze?
It's short, skirted. Thank you, darling.
Shake the ground, rebound, and make a total scene, my darling, come round.
There we go. And then probably like right up here-ish.
A shot burning brighter than the crowd. Dirty liquor, take a bitter from the night we saw, and I'll fly through the gilded streets. Rendezvous, secret sweet, rolling on until the dawn beneath the lanterns we'll meet.
I just didn't think it would be Chinese, is all.
That song is far catchier than it has any right to be. Okay. Okay. There's that. I think next, before anything else, just gonna add little pumpkin rind bits on the ground here. One thing at a time. My brain is going 1,000 different directions with this. It's a bit better. Pumpkin Reinhardt? That hit game Overwatch by Bad Guy Studios. It's possible. Well, now there's no time for pumpkin. Now it's time for cake! I thought this was a drawing stream, but it's actually karaoke. It's a little bit of both. Humming is a consistent stim of mine. So usually I like to do some doot-dootin' while I work. And of course, the more I love the song, the more compelled I am to do it. Gonna add a little gap here. It's hard to not hum to the music you like. Yeah. Okay. Little pumpkin fragments there. And then next, all the manner of gunky pumpkin guts. I was wondering something. What inspirations did you have for your design? That's a good question. For the most part, at least for my initial design, my season 1 fit, I kinda just sort of vibed it out. I tend to do that when it comes to, you know, making up designs by scratch. Like the witch hat, did that come from Marissa? Not really. At least not Marissa specifically. I'm sure there are, like, some manners of fucking Toho influence in my design work, but I can't immediately narrow them down. I guess I can say, the main idea to go with, you know, Frog was sort of a conceit I came up with, you know, back when I still kinda cared about, like, corporate VTubers, mainly Hololive, and I was thinking, like, well, I'm a trans woman, so, like, how the fuck is it, like, if I were to ever get into Hololive, like, if I had a choice, I know they don't let you choose your characters, but, like, how the hell am I gonna explain something that's, like, consistent with the lore? And then I picked a frog because, you know, there are frogs that can change their sexes and all that stuff. Now, I mean, I've since evolved beyond that. You know, now I'm just a frog because I want to be. Not choosing your appearance kind of goes against the ethos of being trans in the first place. Yeah. I mean, it's not like there haven't been, like, trans people, like, on board of, like, Niji Sanji. But it's, like, it's never really incorporated into their lore, into their corporate assigned lore at all, ever. So, eh. This is another song I haven't heard yet. Have there? I don't know much about that. I don't remember their names. You know, it just kind of comes with just not caring anymore. Gotta have like a little glorp like right here. Little glorp of pumpkin guts. By the way, did you end up receiving my message? I did. But also, I don't think you actually properly, like, did the redeem on stream. Unless it was another case of, like, for some reason my, like, stream tracking, like, chat shit was bugging out again. You just told me to contact you first? I meant, like, contact me after you redeemed it. Sorry if I confused you. There we go. Frank, I shall get you a stream frog of your own design. But again, we'll probably talk about it, like, sometime after stream. Like being knighted. I suppose I have to... Or I should add some... little veggie entrails on the floor here. Little glorps. Maybe like a splosh that's like dribbling off the side here. Gooey. That's how pumpkins do. Very gloppy. Yeah. think that'll suffice. Ooh, I like this song. Okay. Lost in the sauce. Let me double check something. Okay. I think I'll just settle with these two. I won't be adding a Joey. Which means now I think it's time to start, like, figuring out the background. Oh boy. I think I'm gonna add another pumpkin right here, and then yeah. Oh, turn it up. Here we go. Zanmu time, y'all. Okay, hang on. Yeah. Oh my god, I love this song too! So much! Felt! I miss you! Pretty sure I've said it countless times already, but there are so many songs, like, Toho vocal arranges, that I would legitimately love to do karaoke for, or like, yeah, like sing karaoke for, but it's like, they just don't have instrumental mixes available. What about Vocaloid? Maybe? It depends on the song. And it depends on the language too. Because, you know, sometimes Japanese is tough for anybody who's not fluent in it. You can usually just separate vocals and instrumental. True. I don't know if I found any songs that I want to cover that way, though. Well, actually, there's one. There's one that I certifiably can. But, I don't know. That's just one. Okay, I'm gonna add... some more vines over here, over this way. Just kiss me one more time. Here we go. Might be a bit too thick. I know I've heard of a, of like there's a audio editing process that you could probably do to like separate the vocals from instrumentals, but I know, that means like tampering with a particular frequency of the sound, so sometimes some of the instrumentation might sound a bit wonky, and also you just flat out might not completely separate the vocals out. And I'm not a professional. What about Malignant Fruit? I haven't heard it. Haven't heard it before. I'm not nearly as well versed in a lot of Vocaloid mixes. Oh, Bad Apple! Well, believe it or not, even for, like, Japanese singers, Bad Apple is actually a pretty tough song. So, that's probably gonna be that's gonna be a no from me, dog. God. I made a bad apple a bad joke. It is, it leaves no breath. Yeah. I mean, there's also just the fact that, at least for a lot of Toho mixes, the vast majority of vocal remixes are just Japanese. So it's like I need to... It requires extra practice in order for me to get it down pat. Pat. So what you're talking about is inverting the polarity, but you need either the original vocal track or the original instrumental. You flip the tracks and they cancel the frequencies they occupy and leave out the rest. I see. So I was doomed from the start. Okay. Honestly, you can just use a program for extraction. Okay. Pumpkins, vines, pumpcoons. Probably gonna have to draw them somewhere close to the water. Close-ish. What's my favorite original Toho track? That's a really good question. I mean, considering that, you know, out of all the Toho songs that I've played so far, the one I really wanted to turn it up for was Zanmu's theme. Like, I would say that I'm someone where, like, their favorite consistently changes over time. I can confidently say, at least right now, Zanmu's theme is probably my favorite. I can, type out the title in chat. Just gotta make sure I have the name right. The song names are a little funky. Because that's how Zune do it. Ah. It's even funnier because this one has a typo in it. There it is. Okay. Yeah, so these little boogers gonna be like on like a short like little ridge. And I probably should have clarified ahead of time. The exact biome that these critters live in is on an island in the middle of a great freshwater lake. Somewhere probably within like the northern hemisphere. You know, think like one of the islands like off of Canada. Kind of that sort of locale, and it's a taiga or like a snow forest. The exact season I drew when I generated the environment was, I think, spring. So, still a bit cool, but things are starting to warm up. Snow melting. Don't you look at me like that. And stop staring at me with them big old eyes. Koishi! Okay. Okay. Trim it. Oh. Eh. Oh. Trim it a little tighter. And that way. Gonna have a single tree right here. Oh! I should also shout out, for Toho songs. Even if it's not one of my top favorites, it is the song that literally was my gateway into Toho, and so is very near and dear to my heart. And that would be... History of the Moon. Eddie and Steven. As far as gateways into Toho go, I admit it's kind of unusual. airing is not particularly popular. Like, not nearly to the same extent as, like, Flander or Chirno or Marissa or Reimu. Actually, wait. I wanted this to be dirt. Dagger Dance. More Dwarf. Spilling out all my dancing dwarfs everywhere. Okay, there's a tree right there, and then whoa. Okay, this tool doesn't do what I thought it was gonna do. Yeah, I'll just do straight loin. That's gonna be the lake. I'll fill in and thicken the line in a bit. Then I'm gonna add some... I don't want to cover too much. Some bush foliage right here. And then continue it like right here. Oh, fuck yeah! Shantien? Let's go! Just injecting some Monster Hunter Frontier right into my veins. Some monster into the vein. He's such a big Monster Hunter fan, but she won't touch Monster the drink. It's so bad for you! I don't drink monsters, I hunt them. Kill them good and dead. Or I capture them and send them and make them somebody else's problem, if nothing else. The monster can hunter. Oh, I almost forgot. I should, there should be like a... kind of like a beach line right here. Where the tide comes in. You know what would be cool to draw? What? Tell me. I was gonna say a monster, but then for some reason I just really thought about monkeys. There are monster monkeys. And as far as like drawing monsters, like I have done it before a few times. They're very old though, very old pieces. Just regular monkeys. I kind of want to see one. Oh gosh, there's so many. How will I choose? There's so many excellent monkeys. Yeah, the monster that has this music, Shantian, has multiple phases throughout his fight, so what we're listening to is the whole medley. I think we're currently on phase 3. And there's usually like 4. Polyphase, yeah. Here's the final phase. Need to erase just a little bit of that. It seems like it's meshing a little bit. This music is imbuing epicness in this drawing. Yeah, it's motivating me. Okay. We're getting there. And then I think this bit was like a preview of the music that played during the game's launcher. Doesn't quite need this much. It's just a bush. Okay. Oh, this is Mo Qingxian. Chinese Vocaloid. Okay. I think I have it about where I want it. In which case, I'm gonna save it. I am briefly going to go Pissaroony. So I'm gonna quickly just do a while I go piss. Okay. BRB. Okay. Froggy returneth. Yeah. Okay. Well, with the line art done, I believe it is now time we move on to the next phase. The next phase of things. Colors. Oh, this is another one. Another new one. Okay. Gonna start out with light browns. It's light brown under there, isn't it? Yeah. The most menacing coloring I've ever engaged in. Field of the Cloud Arua. That's the name of the song. By John Westman. Okay. Color in the hand fuzz. Huh. This banger? Yeah! It was going to be the opening theme to a Toho fan anime, but then it got canceled, so... But yeah, it's a certified banger. Wasn't there already a Toho anime? Well, at this point there are multiple. Yeah, there's Memory as a Phantasm, there's A Summer Day's Dream, and then there's the one that's about, why did... Their name escapes me. But like with Maribel and Rinko, they had their own little series. And of course there's... That's not counting like the fuck ton of like promotional videos that have been made over the years. I thought there was something a bit iffy that I was forgetting. There's like a little... They're like little collar tufts. Like... Oh, and now we get an arrange from Zune himself. Someone said the vagueness of Zune's character leaves a ton of space for fan interpretation. Yep. That's one of the greatest appeals. As a matter of fact, for a lot of the, you know, official Toho mangas that have been released, you know, with Zune's partnership, a lot of the Toho characters are written in different ways depending on which manga you're reading. Because each manga usually has like a different POV character, and certain characters like Reimu are skewed or written in a way based on what the POV character thinks of them. And like, that's so cool. Here's this character, we know one thing about them. Yep. Okay. I think... Who's the character with the most actual character? Oh my god. Oh, there's so many. Well... I guess that depends on what you mean by character. I know Marissa's character is pretty consistent overall. Hardworking, loves to cause mischief, loves treasure. Like, otherwise, there's like a ton of characters that have like very rich backstories. I mean, like, most depth or most given thought to, like, they clearly got a lot going on. And that is consistent enough. Yeah, that's a good question.
In the dark of the night, I come to life. With a spark light, I'm by your side.
I can tell you one thing. It's definitely not any of the PC-98 characters. They consistently have very little depth. Because that was back in the days when Zune was still stretching his muscles. Let's see. I don't think I could... Yeah, early stuff. I don't know if I could succinctly, like, narrow it down to a single character with the most depth. Would you say that the more recent output has been more depthful? I would say so, yeah. Especially with, Zune kind of caring more about, like, themes or, like, thematic ideas in his stories lately. Kind of caring more about, like, what he can say through Toho versus what he can say about it. Also, hey, there's a Vocaloid. Yeah, this song is a Vocaloid collab. I don't know if I could narrow down which ones, but okay, so there's like little probably just like little strips there. And then this side is mostly covered in pumpkin gut. This is all your playlist? No, not the entire thing. This is just a playlist, that I specifically designed for art streams. My offline art playlist is much bigger. Stitch it back to what you want, yeah. A zombie, zombie, down to earth, and you're playing with fire. And you're playing with fire. Okay, well this is another Vocaloid, but, you know, this one will be pretty easy to recognize. It's a shame it's not Monday, then I could say it's Miku Monday. Yay! Okay. Oh, we got another Dorf tune. I really like that Simon used, like, the actual, like, pseudo conlang that exists in Dwarf Fortress for these lyrics. Makes him feel all rightly dwarfy. Let's see. Question. Should I make the pumpkin guts the typical, like, light orange? Or should I try a different color? Make it, like, a distinct species. Unlike any of our own pumpkins. I'm kind of feeling like maybe a different color might be good. Something a bit unconventional. Yeah, maybe like a bit limey. Limey! That's oregano, you limey freak! Okay, and now for the skin. What should the skin's color be? You know, not something too dissimilar from the earthy tones of real pumpkins. Or gourds. Also, let me try something. I just want to see how it looks. Way too big.
It should be a crime, wasting our time, waiting for the planets to align. Yet, hedging our bets, you're all we get. You made it all this way, cause you couldn't stay happy with the way we're going on. Hey, you have got to say, we're in the wrong. Just one thing that we cannot stand is a boasting, arrogant girl. Worthless jealousy, you'll never be going back to your broken world. Catch us if you can. We two gods against the human. Coming out alive is just a daily fantasy. Catch us if you can. Be gone in a single moment. Hope you said goodbye before you go. Nasty and a brat, hardly wanted that. Yet you're even measured to a god. You read and wear it too. You're not a fraud. Just one thing that we cannot stand is a boasting, arrogant girl. Worthless jealousy, you will never be going back to your broken world. Catch us if you can. We two gods against the human. Coming out alive is just a deadly fantasy. Catch us if you can. Be gone in
Yeah, that's kind of cute.
you said goodbye before you go.
Okay.
It should be a crime, wasting our time, waiting for the planets to align. Yet, hedging our bets, you're all we get. You made it all this way, cause you couldn't stay happy with the way we're going on. Hey, you have got to say, we're in the wrong. Worthless jealousy, you will never be going back to a broken world. Just if you can. We two gods against the human. Going out alive is just a dirty fantasy. Catch us if you can. Be caught in a single moment. Hope you said goodbye before you go.
Okay. And then a little darker. Oh, more felt. I've said it time and time again. But I'll say it again, I fucking miss Felt. Okay.
Nowhere to let us now or never. Putting distance in between us. Wouldn't ask, so never feel
Okay.
love. It made it what it's just beginning.
Now to color the
Can't believe
pumpkin.
the biggest difference come from within you to self.
What should I do?
Just let so close into our senses might say more about us. So if you ask what that is mean for any of us to feel that we betrayed us, we can be free. We can be free if you want to be. We can be free to finally see who we are with us more than make us start to be. So just open your mind and believe. You never felt in houses once were. Only tasting all the limits, having true imagination. Too late for us to change the palette. Painting the sky that's on the
I'll do like a dirty gold. At least to start.
I can be free. I can be free if I want to be. I can be free to finally see. Feeling I final, I can be the one meant to be. And then I can show you. You can be free. You can be free if you want to be. You can be free to finally see. We don't need to escape that itch to the fears you control your unknown qualities. When we fall alone, we just fall down and lose ourselves inside the dark. There's no need to be scared. Take my hand and begin. You can be free. You can be free if you want to be. You can be free to finally see. So in a final, you can be who you be. And I know I can show you. We can be free. We can be free if we want to be. We can be free to finally see who we are with us past if we could just try. Open our minds and just believe.
So we go from a certifiably good character to a certifiably wicked character. Very good. Oh, wrong layer. Whoopsie. pumpkin! I want to add some more, a bit more to it. So. Maybe some spots. Yeah. I like these pumpkins. What the fuck? It's almost 9:30 already. Damn. I will keep working for the duration of this song and the next song. I guess I'll keep doing the rest of the pumpkins then. Oh, hey, cassette beasts.
Let's go, let's feel the pressure, stepping over the line. Give it an extra little bit of a special little flick of the road. It's getting heated, now you're running behind. Don't stop, don't let them notice your moves aren't quite in time. 'Cause you don't wanna wait until you're 6 feet under. Get up, face down. We're not kidding around with that sound. You're pride hitting the ground and I've come too far to let them down. All in, we're all here for the same, we're dancing. That's why we're walking away with my new crown, leaving you here, face down. It's an arms race. The sun intoxicates. You're a little meaner. You can sit in my face. 'Cause I'm meaner than you and you will be. Face down, we're not kidding around with the sound. You're right here in the ground, and I've come too far to let them down. All in, we're all here for the same routine. That's gonna be me walking away with my new crown, leaving you here, face down.
You know, I should have been more specific when I said, like, I would keep working for the duration of, you know, the last song and this song, because this is an extended version. The jinx, she strikes again.
Pressure, stepping over the line. Give it an extra little bit of a special little flick of the road. It's getting heated, now you're running behind. Don't stop, don't let them notice your moves aren't quite in time. 'Cause you don't wanna wait until you're 6 feet under. Face down, we're not kidding around with that sound. Your pride head in the ground, and I've come too far to let them down. All in, we're all here for the same, we're dancing. That's gonna be me walking away with my new crown, leaving you here, face down. Meaner. You can get in my face. 'Cause I'm meaner than you and you will be. Face down, we're not kidding around with the sound. Your pride hid in the ground, and I've come too far to let them down. All in, we're all here
closer. Get a little meaner. You can get in my face. Kinda zoned out. Is this still Tuhu? Nope. This is Cassette Beasts. Albeit an extended version of the song. Like this voice? Yeah, I love this gal. There's a couple different songs that I like better than this one, but she definitely has chops. Cassette Beast soundtrack is so good. Yeah. Hi, Fluffy! Have you come to watch me color pumpkins? I would love to see you color pumpkins. I don't think I've seen you art much before. Yeah. Is yellow unripe? No, these are a unique, species of pumpkin to this little island that these little critters live in. They got, like Smarties mint green gook inside them. Drums are always so imaginative. It's really cool. Thank you. Okay. Voins. Voins and leaves. Probably. That looks good. Merch! Merch! The more you know. Color's always got a real vibrant feeling. I'm happy to hear that. I mean, if anything, I would have guessed the opposite. I mean, I do like my blues, but sometimes I wonder if if my color palettes of choice tend to be a bit muted. But But perhaps I know my way around contrast, so maybe it's all good. I don't know. Okay. Well, they sparkle. I I meant for them to just be spots, but you know? Just like in Twilight? Oh no! Okay.
Let's go, let's feel the pressure, stepping over the line. Give it an extra little bit of a special little flick of the vibe. It's getting heated, now you're running behind. Don't stop, don't let them notice your moves aren't quite in time. 'Cause you don't wanna wait until you're 6 feet under. Face down, we're not
Well, there's something I didn't pay attention to until that one drawing you did. You got skin discoloration? You mean on my model? Like, I do have... I do have some spots, and I do have some globs of white. Like, there's light or pale spots. Yeah! Like, right up here in my palms. In my palms, like, right where my forehead is. There's also, like, a bit on my tummy. And my erogenous zone. And the soles of my feet. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna do something with these leaves. Try to help differentiate them a little. Ah! I just thought it was interesting because when I saw that I was like, OMG, it's bioluminescence! But not as noticeable otherwise. I see. Turn it down a little bit. Imagine if your privates just had a glow 24/7. That'd be a lot of fun if you ask me. And the palms and scalp too? Yeah. Different coloring does also make sense since that's where the sun don't shine. Pretty short he saw me mix. Something about Toho's composition and sense of melody that feels classical? Yeah. I mean, obviously it's important not to get mixed up between, like, all the all the thousands of arrangements that exist versus the OGs. Like Bach mostly? Yeah, I suppose. I mean, there's a song in Toho 6, like one of the boss themes is literally like very similar to like, what was it? Like Beethoven Virus? Like do 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 do. Yeah, there's 1,000 versions, but it's the principal style. Yeah. Anywho, I've been making pretty great progress, honestly. Zune probably likes a lot of classical music. I wouldn't be surprised. Man, there's a part of me that wants to keep going while I have the momentum, but also it's getting late. And also I've been doing like a fuck ton of really long streams lately. Thank you, Frank, for the healthy. Yeah, I gotta tap out. Good night. Night-night, cookware. Got half the glass left in my drink, so I've been pacing myself pretty well. Your standards are 3 hours-ish? Yeah. Usually between 3.5 and 4. At least when I start at 6 o'clock. stretch. Good stretch. Well, what's the time right now? It is almost 9:50 at night for me. So, you know, inching close to 4 hours. I think I'm gonna keep good to my word. Now that I've finished the pumpkins and the vines, I'm probably gonna wrap it up. See. Typical Froggy BGM. Huh. I'm really happy with the progress I have made. Still got the other critter and the terrain, the bushes, backgrounds. Not to mention all the various filters I might have to put in. But, you know, you always take the coloring process layer by layer. Yeah, usually. I don't think that's so unusual for a lot of... I figure some people throw down, like, flat colors on everything and then work their way up. Oh, yeah. Well, I think it's better in my brain, for my brain, if I, like, do as much coloring, like, per layer as I can. Sort of like as a way to, like, better compartmentalize everything. Yeah, to focus. Well... There's not too much to be gained further tonight, but I will certainly be finishing this up in my own time. I should be back. I don't know if one's quicker or not. Depends on the artist, I suppose. Yeah, I'll probably be back on Monday with whatever I decide to get up to. I think it would be probably a good time to do more Monster Hunter. May is still the month off. Yeah, yes, it is. I still need to make, like, an official announcement on that on my server. So if there's anything I want to squeeze in this month, I better do it. I've come to make an announcement! I wish I could say more, but I don't have the entire bit memorized. Not like Solaris. God. Yeah. I'll vibe it out like usual. I've also been, like, kind of, indulging in some SCP lately. So maybe next time I'll do, like, an SCP reading. Who knows? Shadow something something bitch ass pissing on lives. No, pissing on the moon! And all the piss droplets! Yeah, I'm not too sure what I'll get to in the near future, but I know what we can get to right now, and that is a raid! It'll probably be more eventful than... how we got on last Monday. Monday night's usually pretty quiet, everybody's tired. Everybody hates Mondays. But now it's a weekend. Let me see here. Monday, Friday, sometimes Thursdays. Let's see. We raided Yariko last time. Oh yeah, speaking of Solaris, they've been streaming Vintage Story literally all day today. Well, then again, it looks like they're inching up on their timer. They were dedicating specifically to 9 hours. And that literally 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 9 hours. Whatever you get for the month, it'll be good to get out of the way. Yeah. Yariko is also live. I don't usually prefer to raid the same person consecutively. How's about... Oh no, I see someone playing fucking Fortnite. People don't have fucking standards anymore. Okay, well, how about this? We will go from one art stream to another. Right, we did do that, yeah. Let's raid Hazel Amanita. There we are. Okay. / raid Hazel _ Amanita. Yeehaw! Think of it the time, take care of yourself, and you likewise take care of yourself, Frank, and all my lily pals. No matter your time zones. I'm probably gonna raid the fridge, see if there's anything I can snack on. I had all of my like my stash of chips. Yeah, that's the raid. Hazel. I already ate through my stash of chips that I pilfered from the library. No, you said fridge. Oh, yeah. I can multitask. Okay. I seeketh the scrumptious. The scrumptious things. Marissa stole the scrumptious things! Okay, I'll see you next time, Lily Pals, whatever I got up to, whatever that is. Okay, take care. We are swimming!